Hello and welcome to this ArcGIS Pro SDK demonstration, Graphics Markup Tools. We're going to be demonstrating ArcGIS Pro and the Pro SDK capabilities. Three sections here: map authoring and graphics layer editing. You can see creation of custom tools to streamline adding and updating of map graphics. Framework. You'll see organizing of new groups of tools on the new ribbon tab, which promotes efficiency with the contextual nature of Pro. And geodatabase, see creation of a spatial query tool to pull data for use in a workflow. Okay, so here you can see we've extracted the contents of the zip file package, and we have our walkthrough PDF. We've got the add-in here with the Esri Add-in X extension, and we have our project package, our data set. We're going to first install the add-in. We'll double-click the Esri Add-in X file. And you can see we've got our dialog here. You can see the information about the add-in. We'll click Install Add-in. And you should see this dialog pop up with the installation succeeded. You can check the walkthrough document to find out exactly where it's located on your drive. We'll click OK. And now we'll just start the project. We'll double click the project package and it'll start Pro. This project is very simple. It contains one group layer, which is the CDC Social Vulnerability Index 2018, which is a pretty extensive data set. There's links that are found in the README file. But here's the data set. It's a group layer. The main layer that we're going to be using here is the overall Social Vulnerability Index for the census tracts. This is currently, when you start the project, at the Washington, D.C. bookmark. You can see that we have a color gradient that is allowing us to see the different index levels. And we're going to zoom in here around Columbia Heights, and we've got a bookmark for that. As you get a little bit closer, you can see that this area right here has high vulnerability. We're going to use the Explore tool to simply click on these, and you can see that the pop-up brings up information with the SVI score, and this area here is high vulnerability. You can click around a little bit, see that the scores have different ranges around this area. So this demonstration is going to be working with map graphics. It's going to show you a demonstration how you can streamline a workflow for doing inspections, and this could apply for folks that are doing inspection in the field for COVID-19 related work, census inspections, different types of local government field inspections for senior citizens and so forth. We're going to focus in on an inspection related to senior citizens for this example in COVID-19. Okay, one last bookmark to get to, that's our survey site here. And as we zoom in, you can see that we're now able to see the building footprints. We are actually going to create some areas here now using our graphic markups tools. And this is the custom tab that's been provided by the add-in. In addition to the layer here that we're going to use to get some data, we're going to use this graphic markups layer. This is a graphics layer. And when you select the graphics layer, you may notice that some of the tools become activated here, especially on this markup tools group. I should walk you through. There are 4 groups here. There's the graphic selection, which are just the standard out-of-the-box graphic selection tools available with Pro. This is a custom set of tools, the markup tools group here, and we'll walk through those in a little bit. There's the text values group, and then there's the update status group. And again, when you activate the graphics markup layer, which we're calling it the markups, can see that we've got two tools here in the markup tools area that are activated. What we're going to do first is we're going to populate the values in the text value, and we're actually going to put in some information here for our inspection. We're just going to call this area 1. We're going to add a risk value because we want to get some idea of what's happening here. We want to leverage this CDC data that we're using. We don't have to select the layer at all. We're going to be doing a spatial query with this insert risk value tool. You just have to click the tool, come over and choose the tract that you want to be creating one of these markups within. And here in the purple census tract here, this is going to be where we're going to create our markup. We just have to click once, and this is the value that we're going to be using. This is going to show the percentage of people that are over the age of 65 in this area. Here it's 6.4%. This is just a arbitrary number, but again, related to COVID-19, the CDC has stated that people that are of higher age are more susceptible to COVID-19. So this could be an important part of the scenario to say, okay, we want to just go and make sure that some folks in this area, some senior citizens, have what they need and are doing okay. All right, so this is the text we're going to be associating with our tools, and we're just going to have two tools for two shapes. We're going to have a point graphic and a polygon graphic. We're going to sketch a polygon graphic here, and we're just going to select this area right here and basically just do a quick outline of this area. And this is area 1. You can see we've got our heading there, and there's our risk value. So these two values have been placed with the markup polygon. Okay, so let's do one more down here. We're going to just place it down in this area. We're going to call this area 2. We're in the same tract, so we can use that same risk value. And there's our area 2 for our inspection. Let's move up just a little bit and we'll go into this new area. Since we're going to be in a new area, we are going to have to update our risk score because that's going to be a new area. In this case, I want to show you that we're going to be using our text pane. And this is going to allow us to add some additional information because we have, of course, more room here for the text value. It's the same idea. We're going to be inserting a risk value. And when we click that in the tract, you can see that it's placed the value down here in the risk vulnerability value. So it's 6.2% as opposed to 6.4 in this area. For the default text, I'm going to say that this is area 3. Okay, so we're going to include some information from the CDC website, and we're going to paste that in here. And now when we create our new polygon here with the graphic text, this is going to be placed here. And so you can just kind of get an idea that you can actually put a lot more text in certain areas where you have a need for some more information during your inspection. Okay, so I just want to show you how you can also put in some values here for points. I'm just going to do an inspection, add the risk value. Since the pane is closed, it's going to be adding the value up here. And then we're just going to place a couple individual inspection points here on a couple of the buildings. Instead of doing inspection on a whole block, we're going to be inspecting just a couple buildings in this area. Okay, so After these inspections are done, the inspector can come over, select one of these areas. In this case, it is a completed inspection. It's a completed survey. It's marked complete there. And you can put in today's date. In this case, it's 9/30/2020. And you could update the text. And that's updated for that graphic. Perhaps here an issue was found. Maybe perhaps someone was unavailable, or just the whole block was unavailable to get to. Same thing here for this area. Maybe this was completed. And again, putting this information here. You could also update for multiple graphics at the same time and mark these as completed as well. So as you can see, using ArcGIS Pro 2.6 or higher with the new map graphics capabilities and a custom add-in, organizations can create streamlined workflows for capturing map graphics and doing markups that allow inspections and surveys to be performed in a very efficient way.